Alright, hey guys, it's Cardo. MJJC sent out their phone Canon SV3 package to me, and I wanted to do a full unboxing and first impressions video for you guys. And as you can see from the packaging, I did not open up this package. I wanted to save the unboxing experience for you guys to witness, so that way you can get an idea on what to expect when you purchase a product from this company. And then just full disclaimer, I did not pay for this product. MJJC kindly sent this product out to me so I can give my first impressions and to do an unboxing with you guys. This is not a product review. That video will come later down the line once I have a little bit more experience and time with the product. So if you are interested in that video, let me know in the comment section below, and to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that way you are notified when that video drops. Satisfying visuals paired with some narrative commentary. So let's get started. First impressions for any product in any industry is important, as it sets the tone on what to expect when purchasing. So while MJJC sent this product out to me, thought I'd share my unboxing experience with you guys so we can both see what it's like to order something from this brand. So let's get started. Exactly how you are seeing it is exactly how I received it in my mailbox. Just a standard white plastic shipping bag with the product inside and nothing else. Cutting the strips of tape and releasing the seal, I take the box out. This is the standard product box for the phone Canon SV3, and it feels really nice with a sturdy cardboard construction with a soft texture graphic print. Almost feels like I am unboxing one of those premium electronic devices. Each side has a unique print with graphics and text, and on one of those sides has the instructions laid out on how to operate this phone Canon, so feel free to pause this screen to learn more. To open this box, there is a piece of tape sealing the contents inside with a peel arrow printed on top. Removing the seal and opening the box, we are presented with premium packaging and paperwork. There is a foam cover for protection and an instruction manual listing everything that you need to know, such as adapters, warranty, and general information. Hold on to this in case you need it. Putting those to the side, we proceed with the unboxing. There is a foam encasing that houses everything in a snug fit to ensure all contents are protected during shipment. First item was the plastic tube with the ball head tip that will go inside the phone Canon. There is an additional orifice inside in case that you need to swap out the pre-installed one in the phone Canon. Next was the phone Canon itself. The plastics feel very nice, has smooth rotating parts, and has a bit of weight to it, making the whole piece premium feeling. My unit has an included 1/4 inch quick connect fitting, so if you purchase one, make sure to select the right option that goes according to your pressure washer setup. Finally, the bottle itself wrapped in some plastic. It looks beautiful with the transparent design and measurement tick marks on the side. The whole bottle has a solid construction and does not flex whatsoever, which is great to see, as I had my fair share of disappointments from other brands that included a clear bottle that can be easily cracked. After unboxing everything, it was then time to assemble it. So I grabbed the tube, making sure not to lose the included orifice, and attach it to the insert port of the phone Canon. It was a bit of a tight squeeze as the tube fits snugly on the port, but after a bit of pulling, it was secured on. Next was screwing the bottle on. Now what I noticed right away was how easy it was to attach the phone Canon to the bottle. It felt more like a seal than a screw, as the threads are not like traditional phone Canons. You can see from the zoom up is that the thread pattern is shorter and larger, creating more of a twist seal than a screw, which in return allows you to open and close the phone Canon a lot faster with a shorter twist motion. Very clever design, I must say. And finally, attaching the quick connect piece. In the package is the adapter and some O-rings when it is time to change them out for maintenance. Do not toss out the package, as you will probably need them later down the line in case you have a leak. And that is pretty much it. The phone Canon unboxing and assembly. Seeing it in its full glory looks visually iconic and clean. I like the transparent bottle and overall design, making it professional yet fun to show off your bottle with your preferred cleaner inside the container. While this is not a product review, first impressions on how it feels and overall unboxing experience was great, and that is me coming from 3 other well-known phone Canons in the market. I won't compare them in this video, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you are notified when that video drops. Further testing is required to not only help me understand the product better, but to ensure that you guys get my full analysis and thoughts before making a purchasing decision. Unboxing out of the way, now we can focus on the main question everyone has. How does it actually foam? On a small cart, I prepped some products and tools so we can see how much foam you can expect. Now, I am not going to go too far in depth. As I mentioned, this is just the first impressions video, so I will keep the test simple and straight to the point with a routine that is familiar and relatable for many. For this test, I'm going to stick with 3 popular detailing focused shampoos and use tap water in my foam cannon and pressure washer setup. So no filter, no DI water, no spot free water, none of that. So what will you see here will be technically the lowest expected outcome, as my water source is right around 250 to 300 parts per million according to my TDS meter. Sure, I could have used spot-free water for this test, but that would make it difficult to see the true potential of the foam cannon, as cleaner water makes any shampoo foam a lot. So we will keep it simple for now and do further analysis on the full review later down the line. Now to start with the foaming test. For this test, I used the 1:10 dilution ratio for all soaps in this session. This is a pretty fair ratio that is standard for a lot of soaps, and to give a helping hand considering that there is tap water in both the bottle and pressure washer. So the quantities used was 50 milliliters of soap and 500 milliliters of water, which is 1:10 dilution ratio. And as a side note, I am using a Krenzel 1322 TS pressure washer at 1300 psi and right around 1.9 gallons per minute. Just to be sure all soaps have an equal opportunity, I rinse the card down first to knock off any grime and dust on the surface. We are not looking for cleaning capabilities, we just want to see how much foam can the foam cannon produce with the used soaps. And just to note, my vehicle is ceramic coated in Shine Supply's Beadlock Pro coating. Up first was P&S Pearl Auto Shampoo at 1:10 ratio, using tap water for both the pressure washer and the foam cannon. While not a dedicated snow foam, I know this is a popular soap and I wanted to include it in this video, but I also want to prove a point which you will see right now. Please excuse the wide angle mishap. Pulling the trigger, the product was sprayed evenly. What I noticed right away was that there was no hissing sound from the foam cannon, which is a relief because sometimes cheaply made ones have this loud spray sound that for sure will leave your ears in a ringing state. As for foam, well, I can't really call it foam. Now, don't be alarmed, this is not the foam cannon's fault, but it is actually the soap. I chose P&S Pearl in particular to show you guys how a dedicated snow foam would be ideal for this foam cannon, and considering that Pearl is not a snow foam focused product, showed that it is really runny and not ideal to use in this foam cannon. Could I have added more product? Of course, but I want to keep this test fair and to show you guys an equal result across different car shampoos in case you happen to use Pearl. Not all shampoos are made the same, so hopefully this demo can show you guys that what results you can expect if your soap is too runny or not designed to use in a foam cannon. Yes, you could add more soap, yes, you could switch to DI water, and yes, you could do whatever you can to produce more foam, but like I said, I want to keep it simple and fair across all products and to prove a point that if your soap does not have high foaming properties will lead to runny results that hopefully you can acknowledge that it is your soap, not your foam cannon. After a thorough rinse, we can then move on. The next soap in line was Kosh Chemi's Gentle Snow Foam at 1:10 ratio using tap water in the foam cannon and pressure washer. Pulling the trigger, I don't think I have to explain what you guys are seeing. This right here is thick foam, the ideal soap to use in a foam cannon. And let me remind you guys that this is tap water for both the foam cannon and the pressure washer. That is impressive, I must say. This is by far one of the most highest foam producing foam cannons I had ever tried, and I am saying that with experience with 6 other foam cannons, both high end and mid tier. And it sticks well, it does not look like it's fizzing out or diluting itself quickly, the clumps of bubbles remain on the surface like other high end foam cannons. Now I chose this soap in particular because it is a really popular soap for detailers, and considering its remarkable high dilution ratios made it a no-brainer to add to this test. This right here is what I mean when using a dedicated snow soap to use in your foam cannon. GSF has high foaming agents that activate quickly, and using the SV3 foam cannon produce chunky clumps of suds that I am sure many would fancy. So with this dilution and setup, these are the kinds of results you can expect when using this foam cannon. And for the last test, I used Turtle Wax's Slick and Slide soap at 1:10 ratio using tap water for both the foam cannon and pressure washer setup. This is also a really popular soap in the industry and wanted to include both high-end and entry-level products just so everyone could get an idea on how this foam cannon could function in your setup. Pulling the trigger, I get a very similar result as the previous test.
The foam is sprayed consistently, it is even, and the clumps of bubbles stick onto the panel well. And as mentioned earlier, this is using tap water, so what you are seeing here can be achieved by many detailers with a similar setup or water quality. Of course, how thick the foam should be is subjective, but hopefully with the demo of 3 soaps in the market can give you an idea on how well this foam cannon can perform in your car cleaning setup. If you want to do any adjustments such as water quality, a different pressure washer, or greater or lower dilution ratio, feel free to do so, as I am only demonstrating what is readily available to me in my own setup. After all tests using tap water had been completed, I flipped the switch and used spot-free water for this next run. I wanted to do a full, touchless wash and give my thoughts on it with my preferred soap. I won't test DI water on all soaps since the results will be very similar and we won't really learn much from it. So in this case, I wanted to use DI water in both the pressure washer and inside the foam cannon. My soap of choice for this wash will be Gentle Snow Foam diluted at 1:18, not 1:10 like the test. So for this ratio of 1:18 in the bottle would be 900 milliliters of water and 50 milliliters of product. Now, starting with my initial thoughts, I love how quiet this foam cannon is. Like, wow, there is no hissing sound at all. Cheaply made foam cannons have this very loud sound that at times leaves your ears in a ringing state when you're holding it up close to your face, which is clearly not a pleasant user experience. So I'm glad to report that the MJJC SV3 foam cannon has a pleasant user experience at close proximity, especially if you're going to be using this for long periods of time. Another feature I liked was the wide mouth on the bottle. It makes filling the bottle with water and draining it a breeze with less downtime trying to flush out the suds. Some bottles with a small neck, you just sit there waiting until it drains, and on top of trying to rinse out the product inside, that keeps on reactivating. Nice to see that the MJJC SV3 foam cannon has a wider neck. However, my only critique is the longevity of the bottle. It is a clear material and, while sturdy feeling, makes me curious how well it can handle a couple of tips or drops. We'll need to do more research on my end, so I'll report back to you guys once I have the full review video done. And my last mention of this foam cannon is the output, the foam output. It is really consistent and spreads the product evenly. I don't see any patchy spots or awkward linear streams of foam on the ends of the fan spread. It lathers the vehicle evenly. I don't like a narrow nor wide angle spread, so I'm glad that the MJJC SV3 foam cannon allows you to adjust it to your liking with a wide fan to adjust it from. You can even rotate it in case you want to try it from a different angle. And honestly, that is all I have to say for this first impressions video. I really want to go more in depth later down the line once I have the full experience of the MJJC SV3 foam cannon. I want to make sure that it is fairly judged for when I provide my constructive feedback, so if you're interested in that video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for when that video drops. If you have any questions that you would like answered in that video, make sure to leave your comment down below asking anything about the MJJC SV3 foam cannon. I will try my best to answer every question that goes through, so feel free to express yourself down below.
Alrighty, and there you guys go, the MJJC Foam Cannon SV3. This left very strong impressions. I like the way it foamed, the ease of use, and overall it's just a pleasant looking design. I like the way it looks. It's clean, modern, and just straight to the point for a foam cannon. Now, before I give my first impressions, I do want to let you guys know this is not a product review. This is just a first impressions video. So if you want to see the full entire review of this product, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that way you are notified when that video drops. Starting out with one unique feature that I noticed right away, and literally right away, is I've used other foam cannons in the past from high-end, mid-tier, and low-quality foam cannons. One thing that stood out right away was there is no hissing sound with this foam cannon. If you've ever used a mid-tier and lower type of foam cannon, you know when you pull the trigger and you hear that it leaves your ears kind of ringing. That does not happen with this foam cannon. If you've ever used the PF22 foam cannon, it's not loud. It's just very gentle and buttery smooth. $90 foam cannon, it better not have that. Yeah, that's what I loved about the foam cannon. Another unique feature is the foaming capabilities, which I mean is kind of logical. If it's a foam cannon, it better produce good foam. Now I did showcase 3 different shampoos from 3 different brands in case you have one of them, so that way you can get an idea on how this will perform in your setup. I did use tap water for all 3 tests just to showcase the worst case scenario if you do happen to be in that situation. I like the way this foams. It has a very even spray pattern. I think it's pretty solid. The fan spread, I'm not too sure about that. I think it's too wide, but honestly you can control it. It's pretty smooth. But overall I think it foams pretty well, consistent and buttery smooth. And then the third thing I like about the foam cannon is that it has a much larger neck up top, so that way you can drain the liquid and fill it up a whole lot faster. The larger makes a huge difference in terms of speed when filling it up and draining it, and that's what I loved about the foam cannon. So yeah, those are the 3 things I loved about the foam cannon. However, I will have to mention a couple of things if you do plan on picking this up. Now the reason why I showed you guys 3 different shampoos was, well, it's because every shampoo is made differently. They're all made with a different purpose, different chemistry, and of course different brand. And as you guys saw at the beginning, it did not foam up that great because not all shampoos are made the same. So for example, this is Koshchemi's GSF, Gentle Snow Foam. As the name implies, snow foam. This is a product designed to use with a foam lance or a foam cannon. And then on the other hand, you got P&S Pearl. This is not going to foam that great. And of course, this is not a P&S Pearl thing. This applies to any shampoo out there. If it was not designed to be used in a foam cannon, you're probably gonna have to look at something else if you want to be using something like this. Alrighty, and that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Like I said, this is not a product review. This is just a first impressions video, giving my first thoughts of what I think about the MJJC foam cannon, and I'll share my thoughts later down the line in the full-fledged review. So if you are interested in that video, let me know in the comment section below, and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that way you are notified when that video drops. And I just want to give a huge thanks to MJJC for sending that foam cannon out to me. I did not pay for it. They sent it out to me so I could check it out and give my first impressions for you guys to witness. I will need to spend a little bit more time with the product so that way I can give a full analysis on my review video, so stay tuned for when that video drops. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below for more future content like this down the road, and make sure to hit that bell icon so that way you're notified with every video that I upload. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. You have a good time.